Hello and welcome to Tiny Tuesday. Today I'm having a painting that is inspired by a board game that we just played called Tokaido, which plays in Japan. And I thought, I do like the Japanese landscape. It's just very, very beautiful. So I thought, maybe let's just have a spring kind of a painting, but set in a Japanese landscape. So I'm starting with purple and dark brown, which I mixed with a tiny bit of blue that, leads to a very warm gray there. And I'm painting some mountains there. They are just the backdrop. That's not the spring part, but it's the landscape part. And I thought by using purples and grays and very soft greens for the landscape, that would, for one, make just a nice coloration, but also a very tranquil and serene one, a very quiet one, which for whatever reason I associate with the mountainside in Japan. I do that also with other mountainsides around the globe, but particularly with the Japanese one. And so I thought, just go for it. Don't overanalyze. Just paint that. Paint what you see in the Japanese landscape, and don't overanalyze why that is. So I just went for it. For the foreground, I just went with horizontal lines in different kinds of colors. You can see either a lake or, I don't know, grass, stone, whatever you interpret. That's what I like about paintings, that there is enough room in some parts of the painting where you can see what you want and, don't have to see what the painter sees there. For this guy, I only colored part of it with a lot of water and a warm blue, which makes for kind of a foggy or cloudy day in rural Japan. But again, it's very tranquil and not too much in your face, you know? So once I had that down, I did let it dry before I start with the spring part of this painting, which is a tree in full blossom. It's not a cherry tree, which you probably will associate with Japan a lot, but it's just some kind of a fantasy tree that I painted there. And I took warm blue and a cold brown to make different shades of gray there. Some are more bluish, some are more brown, and have this very, gnarly looking tree there. I will later cut the scene down, so I don't care at this point which part I'm gonna take or what you will see. I just paint the whole painting and will crop it later on to the size of the Tiny Tuesday. This painting here is about a centimeter wider and higher than the Tiny Tuesday cardboard that I always take. So it will be kind of a surprise to me what in the end will be on the painting and what won't be. And I can tell you already, the tree trunk won't be there. So this is where I'm testing and I say, okay, just paint it. Don't think about it. Cutting will be done later, and then I will see what makes the painting and what is cut away. So for the blossoms, I took a magenta red, which is a cold red, and just dabbed in very fine dots where I felt they should go. There's no reason behind where I put what. It's just my hand brain that decides where those colors go. It's funny sometimes that my brain, like my head brain, doesn't decide, but my, well, painter's brain or hand brain, the subconscious thing decides where goes what on a piece of paper. And I still find it fascinating, though I came to accept that and not question it a long time ago. So for the shading, I went in with a tiny bit of black for the darkest parts of the tree and just added there some black, and then went in with a cold green to add some, well, leaves onto the tree there. I'm not overwhelming the whole painting with those bright colors because then the contrast would be too heavy in comparison to the background. But I needed to have a focal point and some bright colors on the painting as well. So with a watercolor pencil, I'm just defining some of the edges of the mountain and stuff. Not a lot, just a tiny bit to give it a bit of oomph, you know. So once the painting was dry, it was time to glue down the cardboard piece. And you see, I'm not looking where I glue it. It's just, I kind of centered it. And then once the glue was dry, I did cut the excess. And then it was, well, not really a surprise to me because I can see through the paper already that I'm not gonna have the tree trunk, but it was a surprise to me on how the composition still works, though I lost quite a bit of the tree there. So the only thing to do is go in with a bit of white gel pen to have the highlights on the tree part, and a bit of a black marker to have a frame, sign it, and I'm done. If you want to have close-up photos of this painting, want to see that, or would maybe want to acquire this piece, or just see again how long it took me or what material I used, hop on over to my blog. There's a blog post with lots of information about all that. I will see you tomorrow for a new Draw for Initiative with Tina, and I will see you next Tuesday on a new Tiny Tuesday painting. Have a very good day. Thank you for watching. Do all the good YouTube stuff and take good care. Bye.